And had Peter not become stubborn, let me see, he wouldn't have said the reason. If Peter had not refused his feet being washed, Jesus would have washed the feet and be quiet. But Peter said, no, you will not wash my feet. How can the master wash the feet of the servant? It would not work. It won't begin from that. That was Peter's line. Abraham washed the feet of God. The servant washed the feet of the master. Am I talking?
Yes, sir.
It will not begin with me that the master will wash the feet of the servant. Because in the lines, it has always been the servant washing the feet of the master. And Jesus said, when the servant washes the feet of the master, he sits his master on the table and serves. So the master partakes of whatsoever the servant has prepared. Am I talking?
Yes.
But I want to be amongst you. Who is there? Luke chapter 22, verse 24.
Now there was also a dispute among them.
There was a rift amongst them.
As to which of them should be considered the greatest.
Who should be the greatest?
And he said to them,
The
kings of the Gentiles exercise lordship over them.
The kings of the Gentiles exercise lordship.
And those who exercise authority over them are called benefactors.
And those who exercise authority over them are called benefactors.
But not so among you.
But you must not be so.
On the contrary,
he
who is greatest among you,
the greatest amongst you,
let him be as the younger,
should be as the younger,
and he who governs as he who serves,
and the one that governs
as he who serves,
as the one that serves.
For who is greater?
Who is greater?
He who sits at the table,
The one at the table,
or he who serves?
or the one that serves?
Is it not he who sits at the table?
Is it not the one that sits at the table?
Yes, I am among you.
I am amongst you
as the one who serves.
As a servant. What is teaching? This servant had much more than all his masters. Abraham had as much as to give to God in order that his emptiness might be filled. Am I making any sense?
Yes, yes, sir.
Abraham had as much as to give to God. Genesis chapter 18. Sit here. Yes. He appeared to Abraham in the plain of Mamre.
And he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day.
Yes.
And he lifted up his eyes
and looked.
And lo,
no.
3 men stood by him.
3 men stood by him.
And when he saw them,
he
ran to meet them.
Yes.
And
he bowed himself to them.
And
said,
My Lord,
if
now I have found favor in thy sight.
If I have found favor in your sight,
pass not away.
Don't pass away.
I pray you from thy servant.
Yes.
Let a little water.
I pray you. Be fetched.
And wash your feet.
And
rest yourself under the tree.
And I will fetch
a morsel of bread.
Then I will bring a morsel of bread.
And comfort you your heart.
And you will comfort your heart.
After that, you shall pass on.
Then you should go. Did you see the line? I will fetch water that you may wash your feet. And I will bring morsel of bread and you eat. Hence, washing of feet first and then the eating second. I'll wash your feet and then you partake with me in what I have. What is the reason for this synergy? Washing of feet gives you to partake with the master, rather with the servant. Am I talking?
Yes.
To wash your feet. For the master. Abraham had as much to give to God, like I said, so as to fill his emptiness. It was after the meal that God said, "Where is Sarah?" And he said, "She's in the tent." He said, "By this time next year, I'll come. Sarah shall have a son." Are you seeing anything there? If you wash your feet and you partake of the meal, you are partaking of something in order to fill your emptiness. You partake. This one was instituted by the master servant. I call him the master servant. That was the mentality he came with. He was the master in the mentality of the servant. What does that mean? The height of humility. The master in the mentality of the servant. He washed the feet, and Peter will say, "No, I disagree. It won't begin from me because I have known that the servant should wash the master. And he will be the number one person to be washed." You see it? So he disagreed. And Jesus said, in the ideology you are coming from, you can note that the master will now sit at the table to eat of the preparation of the servant. Now, if you don't partake, if you don't allow me wash you, you will not be able to partake in the preparation that I have. Because I don't, this is the preparation, he gave, at least this one, he gave me to prepare it. And I'm putting one order there because he said, I said two things there. First one is to partake. The number two things, he said, not all of you are clean. Some of you, in the long run, will still lose after this thing. Some of you, in the long run, will still not partake with him after this thing. Why have you not made your mind a mind that will research into God? Not everybody that partakes would have the evidence. Ǹjọ́ tí wá síbí jì. Ǹjọ́ ní lọ́kàn láti ní ẹ̀rí wíwá síbí jì ẹ̀? Ò ní. Báwo ló ṣe ní lọ́kàn pé wàá rẹ́rìí tó bá ṣe? How? Ní dáṣẹ́lẹ̀ fèmí tí bá ti wọ ẹsẹ̀ èèyàn díẹ̀ Islam ṣàtọ̀ pọ̀ wọ́n máa wọ ẹsẹ̀ gbé tó kù. Because I need to begin to train them and make them see the way it goes so that when they go to their parishes, they will do it and God will send the testimony down. Mi ò fẹ́ ká ṣe, mi fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan kan ṣẹlẹ̀ tí kò lẹ́rìí. Kò dẹ̀ sí nǹkan tó ń ṣe lẹ́nìí níṣẹ̀lẹ̀ Nobody bothers about the testimony of God. Everybody just do. I am not a party to that. I didn't give myself to that ever since SDJ spoke with me in 84. Sí Ọlọ́run tán ní ọjọ́ Sunday kó tó di Wednesday àwọn tó wá sìn náà farahàn mo sọ fún yín o bá sìn ní Wednesday kó tó di Friday ó bọ̀ farahàn 84 sísìn mi ò mí ìṣẹ̀yọ kan ìwọ́n dẹ̀ wà nínú ilé mi o bọ́dà láyé ẹ̀ èní ni Jésù sọ pé kì í ṣe gbogbo yín náà lẹ́yẹ. Ó wá síbi àdúrà mo ìsọ lánàá ní nígbà tí mo sọ class. You came to the place of prayer. 3 of you. One person have a testimony. You don't have, and you are not bothered. You are not clean. Even he washed the feet of Judas. Yet he said, not all of you are clean. Jésù ló tóbi jù láyé. Òun ló ga jù lọ. Òun ló yí ìpín pò. In fact, he turned the table that the master should serve the servant. So that the who has much, please, the master of the servant. That the servant should partake in all that the master have. The master should become the servant. Yet he said, even with him, not all of them are qualified. Mo bá wọ ẹsẹ̀ fún ẹ tán, mo kọ̀wé náà ni. Torí pé láti mú ẹ síwájú Ọlọ́run, ó ṣera ẹ nínú. From within you, there is no longing for his testimony. You are not clean. When your heart does not long for his testimony, you are not clean. I was teaching today, yes. And I told them, the two sides of a coin would operate one thing. While I was kneeling down after the sermon, what I told them in the sermon was, Jesus was planning to be accomplished according to God's purpose. And then the Pharisees gathered to work out that purpose. And I gave them Acts chapter 2. After I knelt down, he told me, he said, you didn't complete it. You are watching time. I said, he said, tell them in the end that it shows there is no counsel against God. Kò sí ìgbìmọ̀ tó lè takò Ọlọ́run. Bí wọ́n ṣe ń ronú àti ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn, àwọn tó pè lọ́tà ẹ̀, àwọn náà ronú kí ìpinnu kó lè dúró. Wọ́n takò ẹ̀. Nígbà tí wọ́n wá máa sínwìn, onítọ̀ takò ẹ̀, ó fà sẹ́yìn. Ó sú ẹ, ó yọlẹ, ó ti sọ ìpinnu ayé ẹ. Jésù kò ti torí ẹ̀rù. It was not because of the fear of those who are taking counsel, not the fear of their plots, not the fear of death. He did not resign to say, I am no longer going. He told his disciples point blank, it is 2 days to the Passover. And I will go up and I'll be taken and be killed. And they sat and they said, we are not supposed to take him during the feast. Lest there be uproar. Let's take him. Let's take him quietly. He already gave himself so that the purpose for which he came might be fulfilled. And they already gave themselves to be two, to work out the same purpose. No counsel against the Lord. Ìwọ jókòó, ó ń ṣe bí, Orobi, oh ṣiṣẹ́ ibi, a máa wọ ẹsẹ̀, wo ò mọ̀. Ókè wo ò ṣe bí, orobi, ṣùgbọ́n ò wá ẹ̀rí Ọlọ́run, wo bí, ò mọ̀, Jésù bá mi kà. John 13, ẹsẹ̀ kọkànlá ẹ̀, ó ní kìnnì.
Now before the feast of the Passover.
Keep quiet.
And he said unto him,
He said to them,
He that is washed,
he that is washed,
needed not say to wash his feet,
needed not say to wash his feet,
but is clean
but because he's clean
everywhere.
everywhere,
And ye are clean,
and you are clean.
but not all.
A very complete sentence. Ogbe láti fi ọ̀rọ̀ wẹ̀ mọ́. You are clean, but not all. If you don't have the testimony of the teaching thus far, you are not clean. Jésù tó wọ ẹsẹ̀ gbogbo tó yí, he was the pioneer of the turning of the table. When Abraham washed the feet of God, the Father, Jesus, and the head of the angel, which of them can he say it's not clean?
No.
Which servant can tell his master you are not clean?
No.
You wash for free and you serve the meal. But the master came and turned. It's another approach. Unlike this, the servant's approach. Am I talking?
Yes.
The servant's approach is crude, is raw, is rough. Whereas the master approach is very sophisticated, is very neat. He understood the technicality. The servant is not happy because there is an emptiness in him. He's not fully happy. But the master is filled. He had more than enough. He turned the table. Let me in my fullness wash your feet so that you can be a partaker in my fullness. Am I talking?
Yes, sir.
Oh Lord, listen. Over when be okorire won mo so to suffering for. O so fa mo yen. Èmi Jésù gan wo ẹsẹ̀ yín ẹ mọ́tò. Torí wàhálà. Mélòó lè gòrísì ẹ ti kọjá ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ṣe fẹ́ fọ́ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì sẹ́yìn wọ́n yàn gbà. Tóró mọ̀ pé iye ẹni tó bá dúró ló fún mi láṣẹ. John 17. John 17. 1, 2, 3.
This was spake Jesus.
He spake these words.
And lifted up his eyes.
He lifted his eyes
and said,
Father,
the hour is come.
the hour is come.
Glorify thy son.
Glorify us, your
That
son,
thy son also may glorify
that
you.
your son may glorify you.
As thou hast given him power over all
You gave him power over all flesh.
that you should give eternal life to as many as thou hast given him.
Hello. He gave him power over.
All flesh.
Is this your flesh?
Yes.
Okay, eternity to eternal life to.
To as many as thou hast given him.
Is it the same? Power over
All flesh.
eternal life to.
As many as thou hast given him.
So he can subject all flesh, but only could give eternal life to those who are given to. Oh, you're right now, don't feel me, Kopamila. You're right. Ó bá di nǹkan ẹ̀rí tèmi náà tó máa dọ́dọ̀ wọ̀ mí lè forúkọ ẹ̀ ṣáájú tí wọ́n sọ pé báwo lè ṣe wá sílẹ̀ báwo lè ṣe tó àrígbèntì ó tó kọ́ mi ní mò ń ṣe. If his presence does not make anything into you, then his gifts and his testimony should not be a trouble if I don't give it to you. Mo fẹ́ kí ẹni tó lẹ́nu kó report mi fún ọ lókè pé bàbá change ìpínlẹ̀ wákọ̀ fàwé ẹ̀yà ni ó tún report wọn dẹ̀. Ọ̀gá tí ẹ̀wọ̀ ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ ò ṣọpẹ́ kò tiẹ̀ dànù. Because if we cannot begin discipline in the house, Jesus sọ pé gbogbo yín kọ́ lẹ mọ́. Bí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn bá jókòó síbi, tapò wọn lágbà tí wọn ò bá mú, ẹjọ́ kí lè rí wọn jókòó síbi. If they sat here without his testimony, and they are elders in the house, this is a ilẹ̀ money last. Ìyàtọ̀ yín àti ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ní gbogbo yín púpọ̀ ni wọ́n bí sínú ilé yìí. Ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ àwọn tó ń jàjà yìí wọn kì í ṣọmọ ilé. Ṣùgbọ́n you are a bastard in the house if you are never ever at any time giving to God's testimony. Ọmọ àlè ni ilé. Torí kò tó wá sí bígbà tó ń bí ẹ ní ìsínbẹ́gbà tó ń sọ ẹ lórúkọ wọ́n sọ pé yóò sì ṣe. So fún ara ẹ ló sọ pé kò ní ṣe. Àwọn ọmọ ẹ wá síbí closest to them, yet you remain, it shall not be. Do I need to fight you? It shows you are a bastard. See, I need to be. If your mentality cannot be turned, Jesus came and turned the mentality. He was the servant unto the master. He changed the table. Let the servant sit and let the master serve. Ìyẹn ló ṣe jẹ́ kí àwọn olùṣọ́ wẹ ẹsẹ̀ fún ẹ̀yin ọmọ ìjọ. Ẹ̀yin lẹ ń kúnlẹ̀ fún ọ bí servant wọn. Àwọn ló ń wẹ ẹsẹ̀ yín bí servant wọn. Ṣé o ti mọ̀ pé ẹ máa wẹ ọ tó jókòó lẹ́nu lọ. Wọ́n ṣàkọrin ẹ̀dá sílẹ̀kùn. Bàbá nìkan sílẹ̀kùn. Orí ti wá. Òkùtọ̀ ń jẹ sílẹ̀kùn nìyẹn. Àṣà ni ìyáálé báyìí. SDJ said to somebody, if I offend you, don't leave God. That person, SDJ promoted him from brother to senior evangelist. Oh boy, brother to senior evangelist. Only thing mo bá ṣe, má go sell, má fi Ọlọ́run sílẹ̀. SDJ ló tóbi jù, ó tóbi jù. Ní iṣẹ́ o, ó ṣẹ̀mí o, ó dẹ̀ fi Ọlọ́run sílẹ̀. Ṣé mi wá Ọlọ́run máa ń nà mí? Ẹ sílẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan wọlé. Ṣé Ọlọ́run máa nà mí? Ẹ ti ìgbéraga kún ọkàn yín. Ìgbéraga, pride for nothing. Ẹ ti tóbi lọ́kàn ara yín. Ohun tẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ ẹ ti ń jẹ́ bẹ̀. Pàtí mo wẹ̀ tán láti àṣẹ. Ṣé ìgbéraga yóò sínú yín? Ṣé ìwà burúkú yóò sínú yín? Ṣé ìwà burúkú yóò sínú yín? Èmi náà fẹ́ kẹ́ ọmọ Jésù jẹ́ ó ti lajú mi sí pé wọn ò burúkú bọ́ náà nígbà tó ń Jésù wẹ̀ wò. Kí lè fẹ́ ṣọ́ọ̀bù fún? Ẹ jẹ́ kí ipò lásán lẹ wá ẹ̀wá Ọlọ́run wá. Ẹ lè láyè. Nobody lose opposition that will have a place. Ṣé yọ kó lè láyè? Mo ń sọ fún ẹ kó lè mọ kí ni ò jẹ́ kó o mọ̀. What will be that thing that will not make you clean? Ọba àmọ́ gbàdúrà ẹni tó ní gbogbo wa sọ pé ẹni tó ti wẹ̀ ẹsẹ̀ ló nílò káwẹ̀. He that has bowed, it's only for us to wash his feet. But because he's clean in all sides, but you are not all clean. Because he knew the betrayer. Everyone that still retains pride is a betrayer. Everyone that will still continue in coming to vigil without having a testimony is a betrayer. Everyone that will continue nínú iṣẹ́ ibi èrò ibi tó àlọ́kọ̀ yẹn after washing your feet, you are a betrayer. You are worse than Judas. Judas was commissioned for that thing. He was proposed for that mission. You are not proposed for this evil tí wọ́n jókòó tì. Ìwé àga tó gbé sọ́kàn yìí kì í ṣe tó proposed fún mi. Ó máa ń sọ ìpín kan nù kó lè di kíkọ́ mọ́ ni. Gbogbo ikọ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Kálẹ̀ ní gbé Èkìtì lọ́wọ́ gbé mímì Èkìtì tèmi náà. Àwọn Èkìtì àwọn Oǹdó aburú gan o. Ara apá bàtà apájọ ọjọ́ tí èkó lù. Kéèyàn dọ́tọ̀ bí ẹ, wọ́n sọ ẹnu nǹkan bí ìjọ mímọ́. Ọlọ́run sọ fún bàbá ẹ̀ jáde kúrò ní ilẹ̀ rẹ̀. Mo lè analyze ẹ̀ fún yín. Ẹ lè sì gbé Oǹdó yín wọ̀. Ẹgbẹ́ Èkìtì yín dání. Ẹgbẹ́ Ìjẹ̀bú yín wọ̀ ayé yín wọ́n ti ń gun lódó. Kákan lọ wẹ̀ ń ta ní kóṣọ̀. Are you silly? Ó dàgbà tí mi ò kábẹ̀rẹ̀. Jésù sọ pé bóun ṣe tó ń wẹ̀ yìí o. Not all of you are praying. No, I will have a day. Kí ni wọ́n fẹ́ wẹ̀ sẹ́ wọ fúngbà yẹn? When everybody is talking, máa wẹ̀ sẹ́ wọ́n lè sọ pé ẹbẹ̀ tí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ ọjọ́ yìí ẹ máa wẹ̀ náà ẹ máa wọ́n á dẹ̀ fà yọ̀ wẹ̀ wọ́n á dẹ̀ ajókòó mi jẹ́jẹ́ síbi. Ẹ máa akọni ẹ máa kọ́ni fún ọ. Oríṣiríṣi orin ẹ túra ká onígbàgbọ́ ẹ ṣáà tó gbọ́ yẹ kọ́ ni ẹ̀ nígbà bàbá ṣe ṣe náà ni ìṣe mò ń bẹ́rẹ̀ lódodo ìṣe mò ti bọ́ lọ ayé fiẹ́lẹ̀ kọ́ni kó káfọ́ máa fi wẹsẹ̀ à ń ṣe iṣẹ́ mi lọ. Gbogbo iná ọ̀kan lè máa mọ́ lásán. Ó ti jókòó ń bí ó ti ní lọ́kàn pé ibi kan wà tó máa ṣe láàárọ̀ la. Ìwẹsẹ̀ tó fẹ́ wẹ̀ yìí kò yí ọkọ̀ ẹ padà ó mọ̀ pé ọlọ̀tẹ̀ ni. Ó ti jókòó ń bí ojú òtí ẹ. On Sunday, I gave an analysis in Oshodi 1. Ó ti kẹ́tẹ́kẹ́tẹ́ wà ní abúlé. Some of you, your lives are still in the village. Oh, notice, some of you in your dream, wàhálà làpò wà ní school tó ti jáde sẹ́yìn náà. Wàhálà là ilé tẹ ìgbégbà tó wà ń kókó ó wà ń bẹ̀. Jesus today decided to change the table.
Jésus a décidé de changer la table.
The table is such that the servant washes the feet of his master.
Donc, le table est là. Mais il calme. Et on a saint, mais il gars.
And serve his master.
On a saint, mais il gars est là.
Tell you. Social media. Is that what was the feet was telling now? But go Maiga. So, Abraham washed the feet of God and served God.
Abraham Crawford Namau Bosemau.
The system is such that when you wash the feet and serve, the person who serves, the one that is served, partakes of the preparation of the servant.
System law, they going up, mais saint. You know, mais saint, et on a dit d'agbe, mais des saints là-dedans. Abraham,
compared to God,
Abraham ko mauko.
Compared to Jesus,
Abraham ko Jésus ko.
Compared to the heavenlies,
Abraham ko do lomeko.
Abraham has nothing.
Abraham mado ni pepe.
But he brought water to wash their feet.
La do for now.
And in what he has, he gave them. God said, I have partaken of yours. I will fill your emptiness. What was the emptiness? By this time next year,
Gaya me de kwe de jame o.
I will return.
Do mina leko wa.
Sarah will have a son.
Do Sarah ena do visunu.
If after you wash your feet,
Ni do akwa for godo.
your life remains as it is this year,
But bezado egbe de kwe yo me o.
next year,
Le kwe de jame.
it means you are part of the second class
Eno a de parti na me class second le.
that Jesus said, not all of you are clean.
No, Jésus do ema mele bisese weme.
He washed the feet of two classes.
Do Jésus kwa fona me awe.
Some are clean.
Me dele ye me.
1, 2, 3 are not clean.
1, 2, 3 de mame.
Even Peter
Pierre
is not clean.
et mame.
Will you not betray him?
Pierre mame. Bon kabe
Did you not deny Jesus?
Essaie Jésus. Essaie.
Judas was not clean.
Judas et mame.
He betrayed Jesus.
Essaie Jésus.
Peter denied Jesus.
Donc Jésus, Pierre et
Thomas is in the house.
donc Thomas et les forçats.
He did not believe Jesus.
Donc Thomas et Maï Jésus c'est.
Yeah, Jesus said, not all of you. Don't worry. Why? He knew you, I can redeem your matter. Peter, I can redeem your state.
Jésus est ma worry do million do. Mi a yi leko.
Thomas, I can redeem his state.
Donc Thomas mi a yi leko.
But Judas will kill himself. I cannot redeem
Amo
his state.
Judas so ena hu ede. Do masi yi leko.
Can your state be redeemed?
You know, me tell mi de dio Jésus ga yi mi leko. Mi ga do mi a yi leko.
This is the state where Jesus talks from both the reality and the supernatural.
Tell yo me when tell me Jésus do mo nugozi adali ati nuwe najo de nu come.
Two things are meeting in that line.
No
Not
away.
all of you are.
Ewe de pipe de ten me de ka energy. E ma maybe si se we me.
He washed their feet.
E kla for e don.
He changed the table.
E di o tap.
He came to wash their feet as the servants,
E wa na do kla for e di kanu mo.
not as the master.
E ma no e wa di gan.
He is their master.
E gan e don.
Matthew 20, Luke 22, verse 25, 26 say, I am amongst you as the servants.
Luc 22, verset 25, 26.
And said unto them,
Yes.
the kings of the
Let
Gentiles
us exercise lordship over them,
Uh-huh.
and those who exercise authority over them are called benefactors.
Yes.
But not so among you.
Excellent point, Tomata. Yes.
On the contrary, he who is greatest among you, let him be as the younger, and he who governs as he who serves. For who is greater, he who sits at the table, or he who serves? Is it not he who sits at the table? Yet I am among you as the one who serves.
I am amongst you as the servants.
C'est ele mele cheche di kanu mo.
That's why Jesus said the shepherd should wash the feet of their
Ene zo mo Jésus do ne do charger le ni kla for da agunvi do le.
you kneel down for the shepherd.
A je kuro na charger.
They take your offering.
Charger yi pe gbado e.
They are supposed to wash your feet.
Do e je ne yo ni kla for awe.
You see the way the table changed.
Amode de tableau de di omo.
You are partakers of the one that serves,
Ayi
of the
mimma
preparation of the one that serves.
ayi mimma po me sepo.
Peter revolted and said, it will not begin from me. Masters don't wash the feet of the servant.
You know,
Servant wash the feet of the master.
Pierre gbe Donc, wele e maga besoin mi do. Kamlo kwa fona asonvi ero kwa fona ga. Donc pi egbe.
Jesus said, you don't know that it's because I want you to partake of what I have. What I have, there's emptiness in me. But
Jésus
in you, there are so many emptiness.
Jésus do amanya nwendo do agbama deme foma deme. Don ne kwa fa we Jésus bodo Pierre ne kwa fa we de ndendo ba emanya ba emanfo. Amode milecheche o do gba supo fo supo ne mi do mi mademe donc agbade mi me enai titonse wa gbade mati Jésus me enai mi no.
He said, you cannot partake with me. Okay. If I don't wash your feet, read for me.
Jésus do ni do
If I wash you not,
do ma do mi ma ko mepo de l'homme.
is that verse 7? And said,
What I am doing, you not understand. But after this, Peter said to him, you shall never wash.
never.
Lecture de Jean 13,
Jesus answered him,
verset 7.
if I do not wash you, you have no part with me.
Is it? Can you partake with me? Because in Jesus there is no emptiness. But in man, continually there will be emptiness.
Jésus me agbamati fomati amode betome agbati tegbe oti tegbe.
It is joyful
Eyin aya dije
for you to wash,
na mi do kwa for.
so that you can wash. If you wash and you are not in the mentality of the change table,
Nido akwa for but amado mentalité na jo changer table a
you will still remain unclean.
do agbede ma meme ma weme.
If you are proud,
Nido ado anoyigo
you deny the table.
ni anoyigo donc amagado bi ma
Because the table is the table of the master servants.
table en table de gale yeno saint de ville
The highest
en table de yaga
coming low
me yaga eno uweno watu
to wash the lowest.
na do kwafo na mere to
The highest to stand high.
me yaga je ne chite bo chichi aga bo dro
But he came low
amo ewado
so as to wash the low,
na
the
do
lowest.
kwafo na mere to.
After being washed,
Afo kikwa godo
and you partake of the table,
ne adu de tabloji
if pride be in you,
ne do se do aga ti de weme
you are not clean.
ayi me mame
If you deny him,
ne do ase
ignoring his testimony,
but amado asonja we don di do a but asonja we don ma think dem don ba ma ga do a
you do affair. What testimony? Okay, first. But you go for it there. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
If you come for vigil,
Ne awa
whether in your Zoom and what's that thing, or you are present here,
abine awa file
and you care less about his testimony,
but ama témoignage don ama zeliyo don de
from the table you are pronounced unclean.
zon table dio adelila do amame
Don't forget, he said, don't give the clean things to the dog.
ma won mo do do me mana nwe me mana kwe kan we
Ó túmọ̀ sí kẹ́mi ajá ló ń bá ẹgbẹ́.
me mana fwe eyin do do mo ko don do gbigbo kwe kan do e we de
Ìṣúra Ọlọ́run ó ní páálí ẹ̀ bá fi fọ́ lẹ́dẹ̀.
nwe ma don mana kruzawe
Páálí bá fi fọ́ lẹ́dẹ̀ mọ́nà tó sáré.
nwe ma don nwe ma that's ohun tó jẹ́ ti Ọlọ́run.
Ó yẹ bí ìsọ́mọ̀ ẹ̀ páálí.
Your pen
Opposition àti gbogbo ọpẹ́ ìgbéró ọlọ́kùnrin àwọn èyí kò tí àtọ̀ tí mo sọ yìí. Ẹ̀mí bẹ́ẹ̀ ló sọ díẹ̀ ní ìgbésí. Wọ́n sọ pé ìjókòó sọ yìí. Hallelujah. Àwọn ìtọ̀kì. Wo fúnra ẹ̀ bó ṣe jókòó.
A ní kọ́ náà fi lè di àṣìyàn.
If you still want to retain your pride,
Ní agbẹjọ́ àṣẹṣe tó àgàdo agbẹjọ́ ahẹ́wò.
live your life without his testimony.
Wọ́n sá gbẹ̀sàndó sàmàdó témoignage.
Still continue your evil thoughts and evil ways.
Bó náà lè gbẹ̀sàndó sàmbọ̀ lílẹ̀ lẹ́gbàdàn.
Why wash your feet?
Ètò ìjọba àjọ àpapọ̀.
Just tell yourself, I'm not ready to partake.
Dọ̀ ànídọ́ àfilé dọ̀ àmà de prẹ̀.
And you will help your brethren. You will help your brethren that will wash your feet. You will help those who will wash your feet. You will help them. Wàá ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́. Oúnjẹ fún wa, ọdún wa làágùn lásán. Wọ́n kàn àwọn ẹgbẹ́ jẹ́ wọn.
Dọ́mọ akọ́fọ̀, mẹjọ akọ́fọ̀ àmìlẹ̀ àgọ́ àlàyé. Ewé ìdó ẹ̀tẹ́, àyìnbó ẹ̀.
Orí, má jọ wá lẹ́nu.
Àdì má tó tàgbà mi wé.
Ṣùgbọ́n bá ti wé àwọn
Lẹ́mí kọ́fọ̀ àyè.
àjọ tí mo ti wẹ̀ gan mi ò tètè mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ̀.
Sọ gbèndélo eré afọ́kúlá mi lọ́ máa yá òye rẹ̀ má mẹ́.
Ẹnìkan ní kíni tí mo àwọn tó wà lórí kíní ṣé kán gbómi sílẹ̀ ní ìran ẹ lórí gbélé o.
Mẹ́rin zoom jìlẹ̀ yìí kàn bí ọ̀dọ́ mẹ́bí náà lè ṣe sí láyé. Ẹ̀rọ máa ṣẹ́ máa dọ́ àmì ẹ̀rọ ní mẹ́rin ṣe sí láyé.
Nígbà tó yan iṣẹ́ ìwẹsẹ̀ fún wa.
Wéǹdé yẹ dọ́ àmì ẹ̀rọ ní mi kọ́fọ̀.
Wọ́n yan iṣẹ́.
Wéǹdé yẹ dó wọn ẹni
Ó yàtọ̀ sí ìwẹsẹ̀ tó ń lọ síbi tábìlì.
They don't have me craft for. Ebon for kíkọ́ dédé ẹ̀tab di yẹ.
Tó bá gbómi lẹ̀, òkú iṣẹ́ olúwa o.
Ní àṣẹ sí náà yìí, àdìkúdó ìṣìkú ẹ̀wé sí àṣọ.
Ayọ̀kẹ́ Master West ara ẹ̀ fún ara ẹni ẹ̀.
Ẹ̀rọ ga craft for náà ga náà yìí.
Àbí sábà tó ẹsẹ̀ ara ẹ̀ fún ara ẹ̀.
Àbí ẹ̀rọ dèmẹ̀ví craft for náà dèmẹ̀ví.
Ṣé òkè tó wà lẹ̀ tí ní tẹ́lẹ̀?
Àyẹ̀dọ̀ ní àwòdó àgbàdá
yìí. Ó tún multiply ẹ̀ńtínẹ̀tì ẹ̀ sí.
Ní àwòdó àgbàdá yìí. That's ní 14 náà yìí. Bàbá ìmọ̀ ẹ̀rọ àbọ̀ multiplier 40 ọgọ́rùn.
Did you get the lights as it comes?
Ní àdè yìí mímọ̀ lílọ́dẹ̀ lè wà bọ̀.
Last year we were not on this page.
Pèlè wa ẹ̀mẹ́ ọ má de pàjẹ́ yọjí.
That is the way it is. Ìbáwọ̀ ẹsẹ̀ àwọn obìnrin kan sọ pé kẹwọ́ ẹsẹ̀ mi ò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ẹjọ́ mi ni kọ́fọ́ra yọ̀ǹde lẹ́bàá ní ní kọ́fọ́ àmọ́ bàgàdọ̀ mọ́.
Àwọn olùṣọ́ ilé wọn ẹsẹ̀ gbogbo yìí.
Ló ń kọ́tọ́ lẹ yẹn náà kọ́fọ́ bẹ́bí sí.
Ṣé bá ti wẹ̀ tí wọn?
Lẹ́nu mi lẹ kọ́fọ́ra yìí lẹ́ o.
Ìtókù kọ́ máa bá ṣẹlẹ̀.
Dèékò ẹ ọ yẹlẹ ìrí àṣẹ tó wà bóyá.
Olúwa dá wa sí.
Àmì òkun ọ̀.
Ọdún yìí á yàgò fún wa.
Àmì òkú ẹ̀rọ ẹ̀ pèsè àmì.
Ìrìn àjò ọdún yìí Olúwa ṣe é láàbò fún wa.
Wọ́n ní sí pé ọkùnrin ẹ̀yìn pèsè.
Bó ti ń yan èrò tó torí tábìlì náà wá.
Díẹ̀ de choisir lílẹ̀ de tán tábìlì ọ̀jìbó wa.
Láti bọ́ ìgbéraga, bọ́ àìní ẹ̀rí, bọ́ iṣẹ́ búburú sílẹ̀.
Ṣètò àga àti àsọyìnra kan dá yìí.
Mo gba Ọlọ́run gbọ́ nínú Jésù.
Oui, Jésus, oui, je peux essayer de Jésus même.
Mo gba Ọlọ́run gbọ́ nínú Jésù.
Mais je peux essayer de Jésus même.
Pé ẹ̀rí tó kù tó sọnù sí ẹ.
Le témoignage de Paul, beaucoup de ilẹ̀
yóò dá padà fún
ẹ. Il a payé l'économie. Il a payé l'économie.
Ṣùgbọ́n mo bá tábìlì náà jẹ́.
Àmọ́ ní arrêtable blé.
Mo bá ka tábìlì náà sí. Kọ́rìntì kọ́ni.
Ní arrêtable.
Sọ tábìlì Ọlọ́run. Ṣé Kọ́rìntì? Kọ́rìntì 11. So bàbá tí ń wọ ẹsẹ̀ àti wọ bàtà tuntun fún ẹni o.
Ẹ yà fọ.
Table.
And of the table of devil.
Hey, it's so possible.
Where do you read, ma?
Corinthians. Okay, it's 10.
Okay. 1 Corinthiens 10, 21.
You can't be a partaker of the Lord's table and of the table of the devil.
Amaga mima de table. Pour Bolaji, va avoir une mima de table.
Now you have washed your feet.
Maintenant, vous vous êtes lavé les pieds.
The table has stood.
Les tables ont été retournées.
You are now qualified to partake with the master.
Vous êtes maintenant digne de prendre part au patron, avec le patron, d'avoir part avec le patron.
When the master came to Abraham then,
Quand le patron et le maître est allé vers Abraham,
he only filled an emptiness.
il a juste rempli ses vides.
But when Jesus turned the table,
Mais quand Jésus a retourné les tables,
just begin to swim in the what the master have. Just begin to swim in what the master have. When God came to Abraham,
yes,
he only said, Sarah does not have a child.
oh,
Sarah will have a child. One.
Wait.
But when Jesus turned the table, everything that I have, that's why Paul can boast, I can do all things.
Voilà. Donc,
Because I'm in the soup, I'm on the table.
quand le maître était allé chez Abraham, il a rempli juste un vide chez Abraham, c'est-à-dire donner un enfant à Sarah. Mais quand Jésus a retourné les tables, a renversé les tables, eh bien, il a rempli tous nos vides parce que tout ce qu'il avait, il l'a mis à notre disposition.
When you are qualified as a member, a partaker on the table,
Quand tu es digne de participer au repas, de
you
la table
can
de
take
notre Seigneur,
anything, anytime, every day.
tu peux prendre toute chose à n'importe quel moment, à n'importe quel jour.
But be careful, lest
Mais-
you insult God.
Mais fais attention, n'insulte pas Dieu.
Come out of uncleanness.
Sors de l'impureté,
Be clean.
sois pur.
C'est pas vous savez.
Be clean. Soyez pur.
Ṣe pẹ̀lú ìgbéraga. Jùlẹ̀. Kàmọ́ kan kúrò nínú. Jùlẹ̀. Ẹ máa tẹrí. Ẹ máa kóra. Kì í ṣe. Tẹrí. Ó ti yẹ ohun tó ní kò kọ̀ whatever he says you should leave them. So that you can be
D'abandonner, laisser ça.
leave them so that you can be clean.
Laissez cela pour être pur devant lui.
Ohun tó gbọ́ ẹ̀lò máa gbọ́n tọ́sí má bo olùṣọ́ ẹgbẹ́ kò mọ̀ wá ṣíṣe. What I said not today.
Yeah.
Your shepherd may not say it. Don't abuse him. He doesn't know how to preach. Come and see Baba's preaching. This one. He doesn't make an even wash your feet. Èmi tí mo ti wẹ̀ fún ẹ pẹ̀lú when if you are clean today, tomorrow, before Thursday, they must show you something that you are a partaker of it.
Si
I'm not
vous
joking.
êtes pur,
I'm not joking.
d'aujourd'hui à jeudi, vous aurez la preuve que, effectivement, vous êtes pur.
They will invite you to the table.
Vous serez invité à la table
You are qualified for the table.
parce que vous êtes digne de
Because
venir à la
the
table.
law of that washing is to qualify you. He said, if I wash you not, you will not partake.
Parce qu'il a dit, si je ne te lave pas les pieds, tu n'auras pas de part avec moi.
Your testimony is, I was called to the table.
Ton témoignage, c'est que tu es appelé à la table.
Don't you ever be called to the table and then you begin to get confused. Don't be called to the table. In your dream,
Yes.
they call you to the table.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to feed you. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
You know, you have been partaking of some table. When in the dream, they just open your mouth. You just eat. And then you say, you don't serve a
Quand on t'invite à la table, il n'y a pas de confusion possible. Et quand on t'invite à table, c'est pas on te donne à manger comme un enfant. Non. Tu manges toi-même. Il ne faut pas dire, ah, papa, j'ai mangé du pain et puis ça me fait quelque chose dans la gorge. Non. Il n'y a pas de réunion, il n'y a pas de pain à cette table-là.
They will not call you to go eat the wedding.
On ne t'a pas appelé pour venir manger du pain.
That table is a table that feels emptiness.
Cette table-là, c'est une table qui remplit vos vides, ce qui est vide en vous.
What is that thing you lost?
Quelle est cette chose que vous avez perdue?
When they call you to the table,
Quand on vous a appelé,
let your mentality carry it to say, I need this thing back.
que votre mentalité soit programmée pour dire, je veux telle chose.
Like you are pregnant, and then you began to see blood, and then they say it's gone. That child that is gone. Bring two.
Okay. C'est comme, je prends l'exemple là, une
You
femme
also
qui est en état
immediately.
et qui commence à avoir du sang. Et puis elle commence à se lamenter, ah, l'enfant est perdu, l'avortement, c'est un avortement spontané. Non, c'est pas ça. Tu dis non, cet enfant est venu pour rester et retrocéder le moi en même temps.
Immediately.
En même temps, ça doit être retrocédé.
When you go back to the yesterday, but it's not yesterday, there's no baby. This is twins.
Mais comment? Tu as dit la dernière fois, on t'a dit que c'est un enfant.
Nothing can be
Maintenant, on dit que
impossible
c'est des jumeaux.
on that table.
Rien n'est impossible à obtenir à cette table-là.
So you'll be a fool to remain the same way coming next year.
Tu seras vraiment un imbécile si l'année prochaine tu reviens tel que tu es aujourd'hui.
On push out. Wow. The mode of worship is such that after 71, you don't go to three members' prayers. The line of worship is after 71, don't go to three members' prayers.
Si c'est les noirs, nous grandir,
Il a collé, mais à tonton. Prière de 3 personnes.
But me, I am taking another one. You are praying 7 prayers.
Mais moi, j'ai reçu autre instruction et nous allons faire la prière de 7
So that
personnes.
when you pray this 7 prayer, you go and do I need to read lesson and preach?
Est-ce qu'on va lire des prières bibliques et prier?
Let us read so that we hear what thing he will give to us today.
Nous allons lire pour que vous
So we are going
ce qu'il
to
nous a donné aujourd'hui.
we are going to pray 7 prayers.
Nous allons donc prier 7 prières.
Let us first give thanks
Premièrement, nous allons remercier
because it is time.
parce qu'il est temps.
Let's give thanks. God, I thank you because it is time.
Dieu, nous te remercions parce qu'il est temps. C'est le moment.
His visit to Abraham was because it is time.
Sa visite à Abraham, c'est parce qu'il était temps. Le moment est venu.
His visit to Joseph in the prison was because it is time.
Sa visite à Joseph en prison, c'était parce que le moment est venu.
Bringing Jesus into this world, it was because the Bible said when the fullness of time came.
La venue de notre Seigneur Jésus-Christ, la Bible dit, quand les temps sont venus, parce que Galates chapitre 4, verset 3.
When we were children,
Yes.
we were in bondage under the elements of the world.
Yes.
But when the fullness of the time was
The
come,
fullness of the time came.
God sent forth His Son.
That's all. The fullness of time came. It is. You want to give thanks to God. God, I thank you because it is time.
Nous allons prier et remercier Dieu parce que il est temps.
Look at your situation.
Regardez votre situation.
Look at your empty pots.
Regardez vos vides, vos manques.
Look at your life.
Regardez votre vie.
Now you know the reason for the table.
Maintenant, vous connaissez la raison de la table.
And that is this is my joy.
C'est ma joie.
That every time I appear before him, he gives me a new thing for the new year.
Et c'est ma joie que chaque fois que je me présente devant lui, il me donne toujours quelque chose de nouveau pour le nouvel an.
Some people will listen to last year's lecture.
Ceux qui ont écouté la prédication de l'année dernière, et ont dit, ah, c'est bon,
This is complete.
c'est complet.
God will say, come and take another one.
Dieu dit, bon, viens prendre que ceci encore.
And then he said,
Et là, ils diront encore,
this is conclusive.
ah, ceci est encore plus complet.
By then I say, come and see this one again.
Et il dit encore, viens voir.
They say this is inclusive. They say this is inclusive.
Ça, il dit, inclut ça dans ce qui.
The next day I say, come and take another one.
L'année qui va suivre, il dit, viens prendre encore autre enseignement.
They say this is encouraging.
Il dit, ça m'encourage.
Another one, they say this is expanding.
Et une autre année, il dit, ah, ça me permet
They say it's enlarging.
ça mélange.
They just give English to make another year. They add English.
Et chaque année, il ajoute quelque chose.
All I want you to do tonight.
Ce que je veux que vous
God, I thank you.
Dieu, je te remercie
Because it is time.
parce que le moment est venu.
When it is time, God will fulfill his promise.
Quand le moment vient, Dieu accomplit sa promesse.
When it is time, God will remember his word.
Quand le moment est venu, Dieu se souvient de sa parole.
When it is time, your strength will fail you.
Quand c'est le moment, quand le moment est venu, eh bien, ta force est en face de toi.
So that the strength of God can be made perfect in your weakness.
Afin que la puissance de Dieu, la force de Dieu s'accomplisse en
God,
toi.
I thank you.
Dieu, je te remercie.
They say why?
Et dis quoi?
Because
Il dit pourquoi? Et tu réponds parce que c'est
je dois.
le moment.
Là, il nous